Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. And you know what? Maybe you don't want me to give the peace greeting after what I'm about to say, but I'll say it anyway. I'm actually quite proud of the way that men in the black manosphere have looked at game and seen it for what it is, for the most part. Shout out to Accountability Commentary, because what Accountability Commentary got me to realize when he did the last upload regarding Candace Owens and how she won't stick up for Kanye is that we've been run game on by two sources. The two forces that have had the most influence on our lives have engaged in a mass deception. One of them we didn't really feel surprised to find out they were doing it. That's Dwight Mann, Massa Charlie, Mr. Wyatt, the mayonnaise mafioso. We expected that. And we're waking up to what the games actually are, i.e. their politics, the left wing versus the right wing. And you know what? They're part of the same bird, and that bird is white. And we now are coming to realize that we can have political and moral opinions that don't jibe with either one of them, because the left has the political opinions that are somewhat good for us. Actually, they don't, but they seem to be less harmful to us, politically speaking, but morally, they're detrimental to us. And that's their deception. And they're slithering. And then you've got the right wing, which is very staunchly conservative, and morally they would be good for us, but they can't accept our equality. And everything they enact is we can openly see where that's not going to help us. They can talk about personal accountability all day long. They don't have it. And we're being able to now see this better and better and better as time goes on. I'm actually quite proud of us for that. We've been gained by another source, and that is by Keisha. Now, I've talked about that. It's not just Candace Owens is trying to game us. Even Keisha is, and she's been doing it. So when they tell you SYCBM, save your community, black man, you are saving your community with SYSBM, Passport Brothers, Passport Gang, IBMOR. When you become one of the UBMPT subsets, that's when you are actually SYCBM, saving your community, black men, or black man, I should say, because frankly, honestly, with enough of us being SYSBM, it doesn't matter if that last letter M stands for men or man. It doesn't really make a difference, because collectively it's men anyway. Keep this in mind. But everybody, I want you to realize that a lot of people are trying to run this game. And one of the ways that you're going to see that they're running this game is that they actually are going to come to you and ask you to trust them. Now, at this point, if someone knows the game that others are running, but they ain't running the game on you, they will come to you and merely ask you to watch, pay attention, but not trust them. Probably wouldn't even ask you to watch or pay attention. See, I can see it now, even here in this job market. People are calling me up, but they're saying to me, well, listen, we got this gig. We need a teacher. Okay, great. Now let's talk numbers. And the numbers are always wrong. They're trying to get us to believe that all of a sudden our skill set is worth only 2/3 of what it was before. Oh, so everything else goes up. You think that you think we are going to be the ones, we're going to be that cost you can now just all of a sudden save on. If you just collectively decide that you're only going to pay 2/3, I don't think you understand. Very few people came here performing hijra. A lot of people came here for the money. If you decide you're just going to all of a sudden reduce that at the time that everything else is going up, then they're going to leave you. I didn't leave yet. No, you know what I used to make. You're going to offer the same thing. I don't want to hear this mess. You will offer the same thing I got previously. I'll do the same work, But you're not going to sit up here and slight me. Not in the least bit. So then, and that's, you know how you can tell that they're trying to game you with this stuff? One of the ways you can tell is that they call you. You can apply for one gig, a good one. You get on the website, you set up an account on that website, you get a new login and password, and you apply to that. And then somebody to whom you did not apply calls you up. We saw your CV. Oh, great. Let's talk numbers. I applied to this company. This is what they offering. You offering that? Oh, no, we're not offering that. We're offering this. Then they want to talk about the good you get a chance to do. Yeah, I know that. That's why I went into this field. But do I also get a chance to collect this kind of good? See, when they're gaming you, they come to you with this stuff. You're now at a point where if you are a black male living in the West, anyone that approaches, for me, even over here, anyone approaching you is coming with game. And how do we get rid of that? We start taking things that people are trying to not allow you to have in combination. So what is it? Political parties are saying you can't have the morality that you believe in culturally as a people or historically you have believed in. You don't get to retain that. We're going to always come with some immoral stuff on one end, but we'll take you as an equal, or at least we'll pretend to, or we're going to come with the morality that's actually better for you and more filling and fulfilling and satisfying in the long term, but we're going to tell you that you're not equal. And those are the only two. So what you start doing is you start saying to political parties, you know what? Let's talk mutual exclusivities. Let's talk combinations. Are you going to combine advocacy for our equality without all this other immoral, everybody else's program? Well, you got 40 genders and everything else that we don't believe in. It ain't going to help us out. No, you advocate for us, and we don't advocate for any outlandish beliefs you got that nobody ever had in history. Are you willing to combine those two? And they're going to say no. And that's how you're going to know these political parties are gaming you. It's the same with the sisters. OK, let's talk combinations. Are you going to be attractive, young? And for me, you ain't even got to be young. You're going to be attractive, young, and you ain't bringing me somebody else's responsibility and kids to raise. And cooperative. You're going to combine these like you want me to combine all these other things for you. And they're going to say no. And that's when you say, never mind. You're sitting up and saying that we can't have a particular combination, but we're not allowed to take things off the table that we're going to offer in exchange. Yuck, fool. See, they're trying to game us. I can see that here. And I'm kind of glad I got that phone call I got today with that BS, because it put things into perspective for me. Doesn't mean there's a solution. There isn't. At least I know this is just another part of the problem and not a solution. You're going to have to go where you're new. Socially, sexually, and politically. That's where you're going to have to go. Because really what we're doing is we are starting over in terms of our identity. I'll talk more about that in the next upload, inshallah. Not only new locations, but a new identity. Thank you for listening. Black heart, black mind, blackout, assalamu alaikum, and black heterosexual non-select male power just because they don't like it. And black patriarchy until extinction of judgment day.